very good day to my respective lecturer, Madam Siti Aminah. My name is Ani Shahira, metric number 264890. Today I want to present my internship report and experience with the Ritz-Carlton Langkawi. So in this report, I will give a brief overview regarding my internship experience working in a human resources department at the Ritz-Carlton Langkawi. Next, I will explain regarding the company background, SWOT analysis, my duties during 6-month journey with the Ritz-Carlton Langkawi, the case analysis, reflection, and lastly, the conclusion regarding my internship experience. So, firstly, I will start with a brief overview regarding my internship experience. I was started my internship journey in Human Resources Department at the Ritz-Carlton Langkawi on 7 March 2022 until 8 September 2022. So during my 6-month journey, I gained a lot of knowledge regarding the real-life practice working as a management team in one of the luxury marriott property of 5-star resort in Langkawi, Kedah. I was impressed by the nice welcoming ambience and the friendly behavior by the HR team that fully assist me to learn and do my task well. They were very patient with me and was very motivating and appreciative as all my ideas, efforts and work were always acknowledged and appreciated. So next, we will move to the next topic, which is the company background. So the Ritz-Carlton Langkawi is basically a 5-star luxury which located in Jalan Pantai called Teluk Nibong, Langkawi. It was established on 21st September 2017 with a real touch inspired by traditional local communities known as kampong. The Ritz-Carlton Langkawi offers a peaceful setting for travelers to relax and discover Langkawi due to its strategic location, which are near to the attractive areas such as Sky Club Langkawi, Telaga Tujuh, and Pantai Cenang, which are less than 20 km from the resort. With its unique rainforest location and a variety of original experiences, the Ritz-Carlton Langkawi offers a lot of facilities and amenities such as 4 distinctive dining experiences from Malay, Chinese, and Indian cuisine with stunning views of the shimmering Andaman Sea from sunrise to dusk. It also have private pool in the luxury villas with the surrounding jungle trees, while beautiful overwater villa give panoramic views of the oceans and spectacular Langkawi sunsets. Other than that, the Ritz-Carlton Langkawi also provide an elegant accommodation with rainforest views with a water fountain inspired by Tasik Dayang Bunting. And they also have the Ritz Kids program, special for kids to acquire new skills, meet new friends, and participate in a variety of activity while being supervised by an expert. As for your information, the Ritz-Carlton Langkawi was designed by Philip Villerox of Tropical Area Architects in Kuala Lumpur, which have 70 guest rooms, 15 suites, and 29 villas. The Ritz-Carlton Langkawi also has been awarded as the World's Best New Resort Spa by World Spa Awards and Best New Hotels in the World 2018 and have been the top 5 resorts in Asia and top 25 best resort in the world in 2019. Next, we will move to the vision and mission of the Ritz-Carlton Langkawi. The Ritz-Carlton vision describes what inspires life's most meaningful journey. It includes all the key success factors to enliven the Ritz-Carlton culture, which are strengthen the Ritz-Carlton mystique through the gold standard by creating unique, memorable, and personal experiences that stay with guests for life. Next, inspire exceptional ladies and gentlemen by attract, select, and retain the best ladies and gentlemen. Then, create guests for life by delivered on key drivers to engage all Ritz-Carlton guests and drive intent to recommend. Next is deliver product and service excellence by prevent and eliminate problem and ensure problem resolutions at first point of contact. And lastly, to maximize financial performance by identify and take action to maximize revenue opportunity. The Ritz-Carlton Langkawi believes it will attain success by achieving this mission to provide the genuine care and comfort with the finest personal service and facilities for the guests to enjoy a warm, relaxed, yet refined ambience. Next, we will move to the SWOT analysis. that related to pastel and disease. By doing this, we can evaluate the internal potential, limitations, and the probably opportunities and threat from the Ritz-Carlton Langkawi. Based on my observations, there are a few strengths on my age, which are the strong teamwork by all ladies and gentlemen, the diversity of work and culture, and the luxury accommodation in natural rainforests for travelers as the result of fringe with lush rainforest lapped by the clear blue sea and sandy beach. Meanwhile, the Ritz-Carlton Langkawi weakness can be seen through the limited supply and material in the island, talent acquisition and retention due to locations and living lifestyle, multiple inconsistency throughout hotel operation, and current cultural demographic due to lack of commitment, focus, and strong positive mindset. However, the Ritz-Carlton Langkawi has potential in strengthen local market in Malaysia due to its strategic locations, strong partnership with school and institution, and also has the potential to grow more in terms of learning and development for the Merit International since the training are provided every week for the employee. The threats for my age are obviously will be the surrounding competitors in the Langkawi Islands, the weather which can cause the climate change, and the turnover in terms of quality, quantity, and skill set, and also the economic downturn that will affect the Ritz-Carlton Langkawi performance. Next, we will move to my duties and responsibility at the Ritz-Carlton Langkawi. But before that, I want to show you the organization chart of HR department in the Ritz-Carlton Langkawi. So here, we have the Director of Human Resources Department, Ms. Sunny Wong, the Human Resources Manager, Ms. Chumisa Karim. We also have two Human Resources Executives, which are Ms. Emilia and Mr. Ariel Putra. Last but not least is the Assistant Learning Manager, which also my organization supervisor, which is Ms. Sharifah Nur Atika. As for my responsibility, I was assigned to assist the trainer for the Merit Training and Development Program and update the learning hour in MHub system. Secondly, I was allotted the work of medical insurance data sheet update and handling with the HR event and activities every month. The last task I was assigned during my internship program is by assisting with the recruitment process for new hire, especially intern. So, firstly, I will give an explanation regarding my task on Merit Training and Development Program. So basically, this training is provided to all employees in all departments, especially the new hire. So this training is compulsory for all associates, and each training is provided with one full day from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. to complete all the selected training module on that day. They need to have an access to log in the Microsoft Edge by using their given EID. I was principally responsible only in arranging all the required resources for the training and assist the next trainer for any area. Next, I am assisting in updating the medical insurance sick leave datasheet. So all the permanent employees are entitled for the medical insurance, where an employee can claim between 300 ringgit till 500 ringgit per year based upon the employee's position in the organization. The documents are collected weekly and sent to the Finance Department for payments. The medical insurance datasheet is the record which contains all the information required by the Finance Department to recheck the document. Hence, all the update requests are collected and the datasheet is updated. I was responsible in updating the datasheet to be verified individually. The data contain name of employee, balance entitlement, date of birth employee, marital status, department, position, address, and contact number. Next, I do assign for internship recruitment process. So basically, I was responsible to coordinate the internship recruitment process starting from their pre-arrival and manage internship allowance for every month. During their registration day, I assist them with their onboarding document, name tag, and also padlock for their locker. My role is to bring the new intern to the facilities for the staff, such as the cafe that they can take their duty meal by following the cafe operation hour, the locker where they can change their uniform, and the thumbprint area where they need to check in when their shift starts, and also the laundry area where they can take their uniform before going to their operation. I briefly explain to them regarding the operation hour in each area and what can do and do not do in this property. After they are ready with their own uniform, I take their onboarding picture before ask their department manager to pick up them at the HR office. So in Human Resources Department, we are not just handling all the paperwork, but we also deal with the event and staff activities. For example, during my 6-month journey with the Ritz-Carlton Langkawi, I got a chance to experience with Merit Development Academy event, Town Hall event, bowling cluster match with 4 Merit property, sunset yoga and relaxing activities, Majlis Berbuka Puasa with staff, Bubur Lambu event, and many more. My role during each event and activities is to assist with the registration, handling the music event, photographer and videographer, fulfill the participant needs, and ensure the event runs smoothly. Through my 6-month journey with the Ritz-Carlton Langkawi, there were a few issues or problems that occur which I identify through my observations. The issue is always a foundation for new approach which teach and give some things innovative ideas to deal with situations. Therefore, it is probably not a problem but dealing with patience. So the first issue that I have is the missing important document. So in a HR department, we are dealing with a lot of paperwork. Every day, the employee will come to the office to submit all the paperwork regarding recruitment, payroll, medical, and many more. So there is one situation where one of the hostess came to the office and passed her outlet overtime request form to get the Director of Human Resources signature. This overtime request form is a document used by the employee to apply for permission to work overtime. The issue occurred where the hostess claimed that she did not receive her last week OT form approval yet from the HR department, while we clearly has given to her colleague as per she asked on the day after we got the HR director approval since she fully occupied on that day. But she denied and said her colleague did not pass her anything. The OT form is clearly an important document because it will affect the employee payroll at the end of the month. So this conflict somehow affects the reputation of HR department as one of the trustful department in the hotel. Next issue is the time constraint. So time is always related to the working environment. Working in HR department, especially in hotel industry, is not just only deal with the paperwork, but we also handling with the event. With the lack of manpower in HR team, it is not easy to handle everything in our hand. Time will be the big issue in HR department because there were numerous tasks to be handled constantly in a sufficient time. So the problem arises when we have to undertake multitasking job, which clearly takes time, and certain tasks that we planned previously may go unfulfilled since we are focusing on another task at the same time. So this may be a major issue since we have a tendency to forget the work we left and believe it has been completed while it has not. Thus, it will lead to a sufficient time to prepare for the other tasks. During my internship, I am responsible for both learning and HR tasks, which makes it tough for me to split my time between these two areas. So I need to update the learning hour by every week for all departments so that they may acquire their credit hour from their training every week. However, certain departments have a lot of training in a month and they submit their learning hour in batches, which means I need to update everything in the MHub system all at once. This will result in a lot of work and will take some time for me to complete it. For the HR work, I must participate in the recruiting process, update medical leave, and update employee medical claims by every day. This daily duty included a large amount of paperwork, and the time necessary to compile all the document was considerable. Thus, the time constraint have been my issue during my internship since I have poor time management. So the action that I take to overcome those issues is to stay organized anytime and anywhere. Getting organized is one of the strategies that I have taken to fix my issue regarding the missing document and time constraint. It's really important to stay organized in every situation to increase the productivity of my tasks. Every day I will arrange my table tray and fill it with the important document that need to be submitted or urgent tasks. I did label my tray so that I will not get confused with each document. These changes somehow will avoid myself from misplaced and important document which could affect other department and organizations. As I am a part of HR team, I need to have the responsibility to manage what the employee submits for an approval and what employee inform, as all the employees are relies and trust HR team. I create the calendar for myself so that I can plan my time well and see clearly what the next event or activities that need to be organized and prepared. By doing this, I had enough time to prepare my tasks, which can avoid from the last minute work, and also last minute tasks given also can be done without rushing. I realized when I start being organized toward my working area, it has saved my time hunting for items that have more time to focus on vital activities. Next action is to be good at handling time and difficult people. So in hotel industry, there are all kinds of personalities, especially in HR team, as it involves with managing the employee and it cannot be avoided. So the only thing that I have to control over is by learning how to deal with the employee based on the situation in a skillful way. This is important because how we handle difficult people speaks to our self-confidence, self-esteem, and our professionalism. I found out that it is hard to be good to handle people because I am only human after all. Sometimes we are not deal with the internal employee only, but also the outsourcers who came from other country to work. I realized that sometimes some individuals are not willing to give cooperations towards the work. But it's important to remember that everyone at work goes through issues in their personal life, so we need to understand that they also struggle to separate their personal life from their work. So what I do is I need to make sure all my tasks is documented in an email or some other form of physical communications. By this way, if the thing has gone wrong, I can request the help from my supervisor and keep things objectively fair. This is because I already have the physical evidence and my superior can use to make a judgment and help me to reach a resolution. So next, there were a few lessons that I learned and I wish I made use of when I start my internship, which can make a huge difference to my journey with the Ritz-Carlton Langkawi. So first is do not assume, be certain and specific. So actually an assumption is an accepted truth without proof. So sometimes an assumption can be reasonable, but sometimes will be non-reasonable. So the lessons have come from an incorrect assumptions I have made from the situation which inform my thinking and actions towards the task that I will perform. So the first week of my internship, I always do my task without asking and just use my assumption and logic thinking, which has led to a mistake and give an impact to my task. However, I have slowly adapted with the Ritz-Carlton culture after a month of my starting day and will strictly ask whenever I had consequences towards my task and understanding. I'm so grateful that I have a great senior that never hesitate to answer to every question I ask. So next is time management. During my internship, I have very poor time management on my first week. I cannot adapt with the multitasking between the learning and HR management tasks. I lack of skills to perform well in both tasks because a lot of things need to be done in one day. The workload given sometimes make me feel like a burden for me to continue because I lack in my time management. I cannot handle two things in one time. There also has distractions where whenever I want to finish my task, I have given another task that also urgently need to be settled. So it was quite confusing at first because I cannot decide which one I need to prioritize first, as both of it are important and urgent. So however, on my third weeks, I finally can adapt with my working environment and know what to do and when I have assigned a task. So because I already can manage my time well, so I do calendar and prepare myself for the and finish my tasks on time. So based on my 6-month journey as an intern, I realized that I was successful, gathered a lot of significant learning experience which would be helpful in my future career. The Human Resources Department of the Ritz-Carlton Langkawi offered me an ample space and opportunities not to learn but also to exhibit my skills as a HR team member. My contributions were well recognized by the organization. I successfully completed all the assigned duties and handed them over to the assistant learning manager at the end of my internship. One of the proud moments during my internship is when I got an opportunity to experience the career fair event. I went there with my HR executive and got a lot of knowledge and experience regarding the recruitment process, which required a lot of skills, especially the communication skills, to convince people to recruit. It was one of my biggest achievements during my 6-month journey with the Ritz-Carlton Langkawi. As for me, working closely as a part of HR department for 6 months provided me with an opportunity to see the relevance of my academic knowledge and its practical implementations. almost everything that we were covered in our core curriculum about verbal and non-verbal communication, customer service, telephone handling, and many more were all extremely supportive during my internship. Likewise, I found myself more confident and better prepared to give presentations due to regular presentation we are supposed to do in our class. Thus, the various subject taught in hospitality management has proved unparalleled and advantageous. This internship also helped me understand the level of my knowledge and its use in real life. For example, I retake organizational behavior subject where it's about the application of knowledge on how people, individual, and group acts in organizations. So it interprets people, organizations, relationship in terms of the whole persons and whole organizations. So its purpose is to build relationship by achieving human objective, organizational objective, and social objective. In conclusion, I will end my presentation by saying that my internship experience with the Ritz-Carlton Langkawi was an absolute worthwhile experience. The friendly, welcoming staff and the space they have created for the interns allow me with ample opportunities to learn and know myself as a worker. The experience brought out my strength and also the areas I needed to improvise. It added more confidence to my professional approach, built a stronger positive attitude, and taught me how to work in team as a player. Hence, I can sum up by saying that my internship experience was a milestone to my academic and professional experience. I truthfully enjoyed the challenge that come along every single day. I also bring some minor improvisation during my internship which were able to leave their marks. This lesson that I have learned will be available one of my future endeavors as well. So that's all from me. Thank you.